Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, Brock Rock and Wine 1 week from Saturday, July 26th at Tiger Stadium. And today, Friday, July the 18th, we're giving away $10,000 cash, courtesy of Parish Construction and Roofing. All you have to do is go to parishbuilt.com, to enter. Parishbuilt.com. Unique uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Boatcock Brothers Premium Scars. Use the code Matt15, Matt15 for 15% off. Back home, hope everybody's doing great. Got in late last night. Probably 12, got home by 12:30, 1 o'clock ish. So a long week, late night, early morning, all that stuff, and back at it. So we'll be doing AFR today. I did wake up early this morning to publish Locked On LSU, and I do have my projected order of finish, and for the first time in almost a decade, I am picking LSU to win the SEC. I know that some will see that or perceive that as just the LSU guy being the homer. But my big takeaway from this week at SEC Football Media Days was there is no consensus. And the teams that everyone seems to think are or should be at the top all have glaring question marks. Texas loses 4 starting offensive linemen as well. They lost a ton on defense, and they have a new starting quarterback. Georgia, 54% of their roster first or second year players. Tons of youth. A defense that backslid a year ago and loses 3 first round picks. I don't know what they have at quarterback, and they were 15th in the SEC in rushing offense a year ago. Y'all know how I feel about Alabama. So I have LSU, Texas in the championship game with LSU winning. So LSU, Texas, Georgia, Texas A&M, great offensive line, really good defense, tons of running backs, and a manageable schedule. I think A&M's a 9-3 football team, and then I think Bama also at 9-3. After that, I have Missouri and Ole Miss, just because their schedules are an absolute laughingstock. Then Tennessee. After Tennessee, I have the teams that people think are going to take a big step, but I think they all roll in at 7-5. South Carolina, Florida, Oklahoma. Not sure that the quarterbacks people think are really good with Lagway and Sellers are actually really good. Same with John Mateer. And brutal schedules. I think those are 7-5 football teams. Then Auburn, Vandy, and the bottom third, there seems to be a consensus. Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi State, my bottom 3. So there you have it. LSU, Texas, Georgia, Texas A&M, Bama, Mizzou, Ole Miss, Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida, Oklahoma, Auburn, Vandy, Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi State. That is my projected order of finish in the Southeastern Conference. I'm sure I'll be wrong, and you can all point and laugh at me. All right. Let's say some good mornings here. Kelly Gross, good morning. Thomas, Bubba, Brad. What time did you get back? Yeah, man, it was after midnight. Yep, today is Drew's birthday, so 11 years old. The double sticks today for old Drew Benjamin Moscona. July 18th, 2014. Our lives forever changed for the better. Hey, Rex. Ronnie, good morning. Chance, what do you make Cade Woods? Hard to play a decent draft pick. Yeah, I think he went around 10. He was a good strikeout pitcher at Alabama. It's an upside pick at the end of the draft pool rounds. David, UFC 318, you're going, right? I'm going tomorrow. My brother-in-law and I will be there. Looking forward to it. Poirier Holloway 3, the trilogy fight. Dustin Poirier's final UFC bout before retirement. Lafayette native getting his final fight in Louisiana, in New Orleans. First time that UFC has come to New Orleans in 10 years. So I will be there, and I'm very excited to be there. Hey, Ryan, good morning. Tiger Poppy, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jermaine, good morning, Matt. See you picked LSU. How many times have you been right since you did that? You mean just like every year? I was right last year. I picked Texas, Georgia. Actually, one of my bold predictions was that Texas and Georgia would play 3 times: the regular season, the SEC championship game, and then I thought they'd meet again in the playoff. And obviously, Georgia lost to Notre Dame in the playoff. So, but I did correctly pick last year's champion. I haven't picked LSU. I was trying to remember yesterday. I haven't picked LSU. I did not pick LSU to win it in 2019. I think so many years I've just defaulted Bama or Georgia because they earned the benefit of the doubt. I think the last time I picked LSU was 2016, but I don't remember definitively. And I don't know that I have that archived anywhere, but I was high on that 2016 team because they were super talented. They had the great season in 15. They got derailed in November. And then going into 16, everybody came back. If you remember, that was an off season where everybody came back. Posick came back. Kendall Beckwith came back. It was just Tre'Davious White came back. Jamal Adams Jr., Fournette was Jr., Geis, Darrell Williams, Gottschall, Arden Key, Duke Riley, Deion Jones, Dante Jackson. They were loaded. I think that was the last time I picked them to win the SEC was 16. Hey, Lance, happy birthday to my mother-in-law and to Drew. All right. Double birthdays. Hey, Jeffrey, good morning. Stephen Miller, thank you, man. Just dropped off old Drew over at St. Lillian, had to run back home and drop Erica her car. So I figured I might as well just do morning scone. I'm going to run over to the parish office for a bit. By the way, if you're watching live right now, remember today, 5 o'clock, Terrio and I are giving away $10,000 cash, courtesy of Parish Construction and Roofing. All you got to do to enter, sign up for a free, no obligation roofing inspection at parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. When you go to steakhouse, do you ever get filet or only ribeyes? Ribeyes, bro. Stephen Miller, Matt, what was your favorite interview of the week? What did you learn this week? Wasn't on your radar going into the week. The thing I learned, the thing I learned was A&M. I get it. Texas 8-4. It's what they are. Make the jokes. I've made them. We all have. A&M might have the best offensive line in the country. They have 3 very talented backs, although Le'Veon Moss is coming off a brutal injury, and Reuben Owens is a 5-star they're very high on. And I think they're really confident in their defense. They had a bunch of guys return that maybe weren't like first round, second round NFL guys, but guys that could have gone but came back. So it makes them a little more veteran. So A&M would be the team that I think. Favorite interview, the Caden Lee interview, the Ole Miss receiver. He was great, and the clip of him talking about the burger joint in Oxford is popped. I actually think that was I'll need to check. I think that was our biggest piece of content the entire week. And then Zion Young, I don't know if you caught that interview. Zion Young's defensive end from Missouri. He's massive, but he was just a ball of energy. He was so much fun. I could have talked to that dude forever. Some guys go there and they try to be PC and not say anything. And then there's some guys who just go lap up the attention and they have fun with it. Zion Young had fun with it. He was great. He's also a giant. And so is Caleb Banks. JTL Matt, did I hear your voice in the next Netflix SEC show? If it is Bama, fans are not gonna like you have clout. I I haven't seen the Netflix show, and I totally forgot about that. But yes, Netflix did, and had tipped to Netflix, they actually did reach out to us to request permission to use it. So I haven't seen, and they did a screening of it too at SEC Media Days, but it was Monday night, and it was like at 7:00 right when my show ended. I was like, I'm going to eat food. So, but yeah, they asked permission to use AFR. There's a couple of pieces of content they asked permission, so we had to go through a whole waiver process and everything. But yes. Hey, Robbie, good morning. Do you think Nick Saban will return to coaching? No, I do not. I don't know what Greg McElroy is thinking. Hey, Seth, good morning. What's your prediction for the fight tomorrow? I think you have two dudes that are going to stand in the middle and just wail on each other. And I'm hoping that Poirier wins. Hey, Jermaine, birthday was yesterday, July 17th. All right, man. Well, happy birthday. David Drew is number one twice. Yes, sir. Hey, Dad, good morning. Happy birthday to Drew. Rooney, morning, Matt. I know this is crazy, but if Kelly has another mediocre season, is it possible would they buy him out for someone like Saban if you want it back? Okay, Nick Saban. Nick Saban's not coaching again. I don't know what Greg McElroy's like. That's an absurdity. I mean, the reason Nick Saban got out is the current state of college football, which is only compounded in the year and a half since he left. He's not coming back. The Kelly buyout, I think, is interesting because they would owe him $51 million after this year, and LSU's not paying that. So they better go win. Sean, I was in Arkansas for 3 days. Try to talk Arkansas athletics with people. They say they don't follow. Sad, even in Fayetteville. Yeah, I talked to John Neighbors yesterday. He said this is the lowest level of interest in an Arkansas football season that he can never remember. Sam Pittman, and their schedule is atrocious. It feels like they're just setting up Sam Pittman for a miserable season. He'll get fired. Favorite interview? Yeah, just answer that one. Trent, does Pittman get fired? Yes. Or he retires. This will be his last year. Hey, David, good morning. Brett, good morning. Make defense great again. Imagine find a whiskey wine coast at media days. Sven, LSU has a better chance to repeat in baseball as to a natty in football. BK wasted Jaden with a terrible defense. I don't believe this defense is good enough to win 3 or 4 playoff games in a row. We'll see. They went out, and what you don't know though, Steve, is, and this was the thing that certainly I would say most people, or Sven, sorry, not Steve, Sven, what most people didn't know going into media days that they know coming out of it. Garrett Nussmeier is the leading returning passer in college football, and LSU went and bought a whole bunch of mercenaries, just like Ohio State and Ole Miss did a year ago. So you may not know their names, but they bought dudes at every level of the defense to be immediately better, and they will be immensely more talented. And again, they went from 105th in total defense to 59th in total defense. Can they go to like 30th? If they can and the offense is good, then yeah, I think they should be there. Hey, Ronnie. Thank you, man. Brad, you recall, why did the 04 team lose 3 games? They lose a lot of talent. Well, no, I mean, they lost a crazy game at Auburn where they called Ronnie Prude for leverage. It was the only time on a PAT. It was the only time it was called all year. Auburn missed the PAT, got a do-over, made it, and won. So that was a big asterisk there. And then they got absolutely shellacked at Georgia. It was just one of those days. Xavier Carter took the opening kickoff and knelt at his own one. Thought he was in the end zone. And David Green was perfect that day. It was just one of those days where like they would have beaten the 49ers. I mean, it was just one of those days. So, I mean, that's all they lost in the regular season. They lost 10-9 to Auburn, and then they got absolutely waxed by Georgia 45-16. And then they won out after that, went to the Capital One Bowl and lost to Iowa on a Hail Mary in Nick Saban's last game. So, I mean, They were a really good team. Hey, Mo. Morning. West Weeks looks like he's going to be a force besides his brother Witt this season. I don't know that I would say West is a force. I would say he's a pretty solid player. I think he'd be a solid off-ball linebacker. I'm really looking forward to the emergence this year of y'all know who I'm thinking of. 42. Why am I blanking? Devon Keys. Devon Keys was really good at the end of the season last year. I think he's actually the next really good inside linebacker for LSU. Yeah, Caden Lee was great. That was a lot of fun. Robbie, being an Angels fan, disappointed Kate Anderson will not play for the Angels, but will be playing for good organization with the Mariners. Which sucks, the Angels and Mariners, same division. I believe the Angels not select Kate will haunt them. Maybe. So much of that is just money. But I think Kate will be a great pro. Brent, good morning. Your voice is on preview. Okay, Artemis. Jalen, good morning. AJ, good morning. John, it was Matt talking about LSU, South Carolina. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it, the Netflix deal, but now that you mentioned, like, I didn't even know what it was for, but Netflix did reach out to us asking for permission to use it. So, yes, that is me.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right. Remember, we are giving away $10,000 cash money. All you have to do is sign up for a free no obligation roofing inspection at ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com, and you are entered to win. We're giving away $10,000 cash today on AFR at 5 o'clock Central. Ronnie, Miss Monday, how do I find it? YouTube or podcast? Just search After Further Review. How did Flynn grade at his first media days? I think Flynn did great. He embraced the whole thing. Like an athlete, his level of preparation is excellent. I mean, so many times when I saw Flynn, he was just there with a notebook, looking through stats and notes and jotting down things. I thought he did great. He really embraced it. And he made himself available to go do a lot of interviews on other shows as well, which I think was great for him to get that experience. Yeah, I thought he did great. I thought he did great. Christian, happy birthday to Drew. Happy Friday. Maybe I missed it. What was your prediction order to finish the league? LSU, Texas, Georgia, Texas A&M, Alabama. That's your top five. And then Mizzou, Ole Miss, Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida, Oklahoma, Auburn, Vandy, Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi State. I didn't realize Coach Kelly's kid Kenzel was on the roster. Yeah, as a walk-on linebacker. Jacob, Clint, morning. Shane Blaine Crane does not have Garrett Nussmeier as top 5 college quarterbacks. I didn't know that. And Blaine was supposed to come on AFR. And he ditched me for another show. I don't know which one. Jay Johnson, Portal King. Matt, what's football hot take this year? I don't know that's a hot take. I mean, Georgia doesn't make the SEC championship game? Is that a hot take? I don't know. I'm surprised Pittman is back. Yeah. There you go. H-Town, what's going on, man? Brad, good morning. Enjoyed all week. Still picking Clemson, I guess. Yeah, like I feel like where I've settled is I think I'm going to pick LSU to lose to Clemson in the opener and go 7-1 in the conference. So 10-2 SEC championship game where I think they beat Texas and make the playoff. Ronnie, what's going on? Young linebacker play really good. Yeah, Devon Keys. He was fantastic at the end of the year. I think he's got tremendous potential. Excited about him. Eric, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Brad, you normally take Friday off after media days? No. I'll be there today. With Thursday is so Atlanta, the logistics in Atlanta were terrible. they would close down the Hall of Fame at 6 Eastern, which is 5 Central, meaning like I couldn't have even stayed and done my show yesterday if I wanted to. So that's why I just record everything on Thursday and send it back, and then Musso plays it. Recent rain from Invest 93, giving roof inspection some overtime. Call Parrish. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. ParrishBuilt.com, ParrishBuilt.com. If you want to do an inspection, sign up for an inspection by today, and you can win $10,000 cash. We're drawing at 5 o'clock. Great up, Dale. Robbie, thoughts on Vandy quarterback Diego Pavi? Yeah, really good player. Undersized, love the moxie. Good runner. It's kind of what their offense is. They want to control the ball, shorten the game, run out of that that spread formation. Good player. LSU had no problem stopping it last year, and LSU defense really struggled to stop running quarterbacks. How's the weather out there? Haven't had time to check on family yet. I think we're good, man. A little overcast this morning, but good. JD McGill's high on SSC. Loves, yeah. JD picked LSU to win the national championship. So he has LSU losing to Clemson in the opener, but then not losing again, going 11-1, winning the SEC, and then winning the national championship. Jermaine, Matt, can you help me with this one? A few LSU podcasters worry about the offensive line, which I am, but we don't have to be great, have to be consistent. Would you agree with that? So I get it when you lose 4 starters and one of them was the 4th overall pick. The thing I'll remind people is last year LSU was 104th in the country in rushing offense. They were magnificent in pass protection. There were only Garrett Nussmeier was 10th in fewest sacks last year. So only 9 quarterbacks were sacked less than Garrett Nussmeier in the entire country out of 136 schools. So pass protection, they were magnificent. Run blocking was a problem. I think having Braylon Moore a natural center, Josh Thompson a veteran guard, and then moving DJ Chester to his more natural position of guard probably gives you a better formulation of the interior. And remember also, Paul Mabenga played the last 7 games, after Dellinger got hurt. So you had Chester, who's your weak link, and then Mabenga, who was really struggled last year as a freshman. Got better each week, but struggled. The tackles, I think, are the big question. We've got 2 dudes that were top 100 prospects. So, I mean, go do what you came here to do. Do you think there'll be any surprise on the baseball roster where they have to make cut due to new roster limit? No, because as we have noted, the NCAA has something called a DSA, a designated student athlete. So if you have a DSA, you can't. It's basically a student athlete that would be a player that would have been cut due to the new roster limits. Well, if you DSA a player, then they don't count against your roster. So you don't have to cut anybody. Year 3 for BK. He's always had an established vet, except last year was first year with Nuts. Thought that was interesting. Well, this is year 4. Or if you're saying last year was year 3, anyway. Club, what up? The Coldplay thing was funny. Time for football. Let's go. I feel Nuss will have a Heisman type year after seeing the jump Jaden took. Sloan's a good quarterback coach. Not just Jaden. I mean, we've talked about it a ton. Jaden, but with Sloan, you're right. Jaden, Burrow, Mettenberger, they all did it in their second year as a starter. One more. Bailey, best group of corners since 2020. 20, of course, was Ricks and Dwight McGlothern out there. Jay Ward. It's a really good room. Unfortunately, the defense was atrocious, but yeah, I think that's safe to say. I mean, BK's first year, they hit on Mekhi Garner and Jark Bernard Converse. Those were lesser portal guys that ended up playing really well. So I don't want to overlook those guys. But yeah, I mean, DJ Pickett being a 5-star, Mansour Delane is a starter you're bringing in. Ashton Stamps is a 3rd-year starter now. You have talent and you have experience. So, yeah. Haven't announced a date for the start of fall camp yet. Madge, watch the All-Star game. Yeah, this is true. You can't forget Stingley, but Stingley was hurt a lot in 20. He missed games. He only played in 7 games in 2020. Now, granted, it was COVID year, so he only played 10, but he missed 3 games that year. And they only played in 3 games in 21. What a bummer. Yeah. Okay. Let's get out of here, y'all. We got to run over to the parish office. Got to do some content for parish today. Remember, we're giving away 10 grand cash. Spread the word. All you got to do is sign up for a free, no obligation roofing inspection at parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com, and we're giving away $10,000 cash at 5 o'clock Central. We'll draw for it. So, y'all have a great day. See you. Peace.